Well, never truly settling for a monitor for a particularly long time, it's time to upgrade once again. This time to something I've always boasted on previous videos, 1440p. I think that is the gaming display most people should be on, at least gaming-wise. 1440p, the Ultra Gear. This is an LG monitor, the 27 GN800, 27-inch. 2560 by 1440 pixels, IPS display, 144 hertz with 1 millisecond response time. This monitor should be a fantastic monitor at a really good price as well. I paid just $270 for this. I do think finally we are seeing those 1440p monitors reducing in price. One note, by the way, I ordered this off Amazon and it showed up just like this. So if you have a delivery scheduled, you may want to make sure that you are there for it to be there, or have somebody like a neighbor pick it up for you, because I can see this getting swiped off a front porch very easily. We have a power cable here, which actually relatively small, not a giant power brick like many others. I think we have something for the case or the monitor stand or something like that. Looks like we have a display cable. It's a relatively short display cable, but does come with a display cable, which is a nice touch. We have an LG owner's manual on CD, because that's really relevant in 2021. Some screws, a little baggie of something, cool. We have the base here, looks pretty basic. There is the display there, all 27 inches of beauty. It's got some red accents on the back, something I didn't know. Guess that's cool. Interestingly, it has the display connectors on the back of the monitor as opposed to underneath, which does help with plugging things in and out, obviously. But it could also make it a bit messier if you do have monitors facing out into a room, like my case. One thing to note, which is also proudly displayed on this monitor here, is that it is NVIDIA G-Sync. Really cheap screws. I can tell these might strip really easily. So here we are, is our display for the monitor. It does have tilt functionality, doesn't have any rotate ability, and no height adjust. So once again, an absolutely terrible monitor stand. I can't imagine sitting at any desk in which this would be actually a good stand for you, unless you're sitting really low. I just really don't understand why monitor makers cannot make at least a decent stand, especially if you're gonna go through the effort of like making some nice red highlights on here. Why would you not just give some height adjust, you know? Like, this is awful. So either way, it does have the VESA mount here, so you can just use a monitor stand, but that is an additional cost that you're gonna have to invest in, because I don't see a lot of people really wanting to use this monitor stand. We do have the display port in, as well as 2 HDMI ports that are in as well, so that's super nice. There is a headphone port on here. Okay, so make sure the settings are right. So we got 2560 by 1440. We are at 143.973. So cool. We are very close to 144 hertz. I can kind of see how smooth it is by moving the monitor and things here. One thing I do want to make sure is that G-Sync is enabled. We'll enable for both windowed and full screen. Yes. And that's what the full black looks like on this monitor. Looking around, I don't really notice any substantial light bleed. The blacks actually look really uniform, which I was not really expecting. There's some glare there from the monitor. I gotta say though, the blacks actually look really, really good. Maybe a little tiny bit of bleed up there in the corner. I'm looking at viewing angles. Very good. That is some really impressive viewing angles on this monitor too. Even from the top down, you can see it doesn't appear to be really any ghosting issues. The mouse trails a little bit, but I'm not really seeing ghosting on kind of black objects. Okay, monitor or computer put the monitors to sleep. You got no signal over here. That's going to enter power saving mode. No signal entering power saving mode. Let's wake them up. DisplayPort. Boom. Okay. I'm satisfied. That seems like it worked as it should. And so far, I am very, very impressed with this monitor in a number of ways. The refresh rate is amazing, 144 hertz at full 1440p. Finally, 27 inches, which I think is the best monitor size for gaming. It's a great gaming display. Very, very snappy with 1 millisecond response time. Very, 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 very good monitor. Everything I've seen so far. The colors seem very good as well. There are no handshake issues when a monitor will turn off and having to go back on again. You can see it did it without any major issues, so that's a big plus. The colors seem very good, as you would expect for an IPS display. Maybe a little bit red tinted, but something you can manipulate very easily in these settings inside the monitor itself. Yeah, I don't know. There's not a lot else to really add other than I'm very impressed with this, especially because it is coming in frequently below $300 now. Just looking at it as of the posting of this video, so April 13th, 14th, somewhere around there, $299 at Best Buy. We're at $296 at B&H Photo. So yeah, I mean, this is it. This is a great monitor, great for gaming. I could definitely see it, content creation being very good as well with the colors, IPS display. The other thing too is it's true G-Sync. You know, your NVIDIA graphics cards will detect it immediately and you can take advantage of full G-Sync. I will say just from the beginning, you can just see how much better quality 1440p is compared to 1080p. What I've been gaming on really probably since like 2011, probably since like 2010, 2011 is when I started gaming on 1080p. It's my first time really gaming on a better resolution, which is kind of a crazy concept. I can really just see the better quality, the player models there, and even the menu. The colors look really good too. The oranges, the greens, the purples.
Hostile sentry to objective.
Uh-oh, this dude.
Hit marker. Well, 5-piece. If 1440p is not your gaming style, you want something 1080, a great monitor suggestion I have, another video I did recently, is on an MSI monitor, 1080p, but 165 hertz. A great gaming display with a little bit of drawback, similar like an absolutely terrible monitor stand. You're going to need something included for that one as well. Also, you can see my newest video on my new computer build here. A frustrating adventure, but definitely worthwhile. So great to see it finally finished. Eventually, we'll get an RTX 3080 in there. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll see you again at the next video.